你真高！
为了国王的荣耀，朋友。
需要帮忙吗？圣光与你同在。我能为你做什么吗？你好啊。
愿圣光围绕着你。
我能为你做什么吗？
工作完成。 工作完成。工作完成。需要我帮忙吗？保重。 纳鲁并未遗忘我们。工作完成。
祝你好运。
还没准备好，还要再等一下。我还不能使用这个物品。
为了国王的荣耀，朋友，圣光与你同在。为了荣耀，朋友，务必小心。
Hello， 再见啦。你好吗？一路平安。你好啊，再见。
你好，再见。
完成。
那鲁并未遗忘我们。
现在没有目标。我还不能使用这个物品。我离得太远了。再等一下，我需要再靠近一点。
工作完成。你好啊！
我离得太远了。这个物品，
完成。工作完成。
我现在没有目标。
工作完成。 完成。工作完成。有什么事啊？
你好啊。
需要帮助吗？
你好，
你好啊。
我能为你效劳吗？
太远了。
工作完成。
你好啊，
最近好吗？你好啊。
你需要什么吗？
你需要什么吗？一路平安。
我能为你做什么吗？为了联盟。
你好啊，凡事小心。说话的人是哪位啊？
向你致敬。
很高兴见到你。凡事小心。
我不能使用这个。
你好啊！ 旅途平安。有什么事吗？待会儿见。想喝点酒吗？再见。有什么事吗？再见了。有我能帮忙的吗？保重。
Regular season matchups between these two clubs, the Golden State Warriors and the Houston Rockets. Golden State, the start of the season. Our Rockets up front, PJ Tucker, Toronto surrounding this evening's game as Durant with the first shot and knocks it down. We have the
last year with the standard that they set.
Harden thought he was fouled. It's a 3-on-2 and Durant with the finish. I know Steve Kerr. Thompson played on a switch. Right Capella. Both clubs do a lot of switching. And Thompson going right at Capella and went to the reverse to avoid the block.
It's extra possession and slows the game down for this team. 2 points.
There's Thompson. Beautiful move.
You can tell by his first 2 shots.
PJ Tucker and a rare miss from the corner. Here's Paul for 3.
Killed them in the mid-range shots. So the best three-point shooting team, Golden State, doesn't shoot the most threes. They just play basketball.
Oh, Tucker with a drive.
你好，待会儿见。
有事就说吧。旅途平安。
你在找什么东西吗？再见喽。
工作完成。
你好啊。Hello。
要再等一下。
久没尝到。好久没尝到了。
工作完成。
饥饿，依然干渴。
just wanna make a grown man cry.
You know I come.
From Brooklyn, New York, and the home of the Nets. We're broadcasting live from Barclays Center. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. The Nets will look to their home court advantage. Just one game here in Brooklyn. And Clark, the league in general, increasing the pace of play. Tonight's teams exemplify that approach.
I really think the game was meant to be played at a high pace, Kevin. We've had periods where it's been a little bit more bump and grind, defensive oriented, but I like the trend that the game has taken on the last decade or so. Up and down, a lot of possessions, a lot of scoring, and a lot of entertainment value. I love it. I love the way the game is played now.
Couldn't agree more. Curry deciding where to go with it. Inside, Cephalosha. And Cephalosha with the jam.
Yeah, Curry is so impressive. His peripheral vision is what makes him unique, in addition to his ball handling skills. He does a nice job setting up his teammates and knows how to get them the ball when they're open.
Now here's Gobert. That one a little long. Outside Curry. Shoots it up. Gobert pulls it in.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter.
Collison's shot is good.
And Collison's quickness enabling him to slice to the rim there.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. It's taken away by Collison. Here's George. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kills, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
Now, here's Collins. Pass to Zeller. Clock at 4. Curry with a wide-open look. Brooklyn working now with the new shot clock. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Nice looking outside stroke by Harris. Give him room to pull the trigger, and he'll light you up from there.
And Gary Harris, a 6'4" shooting guard out of Michigan State. On paper, you might call him undersized, but with his strength and toughness, he's got it covered.
And the Nets with possession here. It's Curry outside. He doesn't hit that one. Now Portland takes it the other way.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Again, Curry missing.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Curry on the wing. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Back to George. Williams trying to break free. Zeller grabs the board. Here's Harris. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Harris has got 5 points so far.
The inside game of Harris continues to get better. He's effective at finding spots inside to score from.
And that one's good, George.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
And it's LeVert missing. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Nets. Trailing by 2. A look from Harris. It's taken away by Collison. And there's the call on John Collins. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Collison. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, when you think of Darren Collison, I think of a smart point guard. He had 2 seasons playing understudy to Chris Paul in both New Orleans and L.A. Similar type of players who are very efficient and just gets the job done. Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Here's Portis. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. And with Collison and Greg, how he plays, when he's off the floor, you notice.
I mean, things just don't seem to run as smoothly when he's not at the helm. Finds that balance between creating for himself and others, selective with his shots, and truly a complete guard, even if he doesn't do a lot of those flashy things.
Outside Bogdanovich. There's the triple. Hits the three-point bomb.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
.104 left in the first. That's to Gobert. 14 feet away. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Right, looking around. Gobert with it. The Trailblazers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. He misses the free throw.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. And guys, Kenny Atkinson, a coach who has a knack for player development.
Yeah, he does, and the players' improvement on this Nets team speaks to that. I mean, Atkinson has done a terrific job of improving his young players. Also gets the most out of the veterans and teaches them new skills and approaches to their game, which endears them to the players and helps his team.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. From deep, George.
And, you know, it hasn't been his night, but his team still leads, so that's encouraging.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
What a play from Wiggins. Fantastic in out-quicking the defense off the dribble. Bang!
Here's Gobert. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Clark, you had a tremendous college career, excluding yourself. Give me the best NBA player from your alma mater.
Wow. I would probably lean towards Jerry Lucas as the best player coming out of Ohio State. And then you look at his pro career, it was pretty solid as well. I thought Herb Williams had a fantastic and long pro career. John Havlicek maybe would rise to the level of the best NBA player of the group that came out of Ohio State. Jim Jackson is another name. Evan Turner still playing. But I think John Havlicek probably in longevity, championships, Hall of Fame stature. I think he may be the best NBA bucket.
I'm going to put Clark Kellogg in there, too.
Oh, I didn't play long enough. Didn't play long enough.
I mean, I think Curry could shoot his free throws blindfolded and still make about 90%. Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times. I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days.
Here's Collison. It's tipped. Pulls up, high post. And it's Portland with the rebound.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
You know, Greg, a lot of players can't make that switch from shooting guard to point guard. You've got to give Steph a lot of credit.
He's worked tirelessly. I mean, we've all seen those pregame ball handling drills. He's still prone to a careless turnover or two, but on the plus side, he rebounds like a shooting guard. And today's point guards are expected to score much more than in days past.
When he's deep inside like that, he's looking to jam it down. An efficient scorer, John Henson. John Henson, drafted out of North Carolina, only weighed 215 pounds as a rookie. He's still lean and slender, but has added enough muscle to hold his own inside.
Now, here's Chalmers. They get the rebound. Henson's shot is off. Brooklyn with the ball. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And another shot. He doesn't usually fire from out there. Chalmers has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And at 6'11", some people had Henson listed as a power forward.
Well, you know, in today's game, he's almost exclusively a center. His mobility helps. He's a shot blocker who's comfortable scoring around the basket. The 5 spot is where he's most effective, I think.
And here is Henson after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Count it, good.
Yeah, nice job that time by Henson, utilizing his size. Perfect.
Up top, Curry. Pass to Robertson. Shot clock at 6. Inside. Here's Reed. And Henson sends it back.
Boy, I like seeing Henson make good use of that real reach of his to deny shots.
Right wing. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And although the Nets have improved, Clark, they still have some areas that have traditionally given them some trouble.
Well, when you're a team that struggled to win consistently, there are a lot of holes and chinks in your armor. They only play okay defense and don't create a lot of turnovers. The turnover game is usually in favor of the opponent with them. They have the talent to be a good defensive team. I think they just have to be a little more focused and intense at that end of the floor.
Outside, George. Here's LeVert. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Gobert. Second shot opportunity. Can't get the layup. Here's Dellavedova. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Tell you what, it was surprisingly deceptive. The speed of the Aussie there. Dellavedova relentlessly getting to the rim.
And that one's good. Right.
No explanation for giving up these wide open looks. Total breakdown. Unacceptable defense.
That's a 2 from Dellavedova. Can't nail the jumper.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
1:02 left in the first half of basketball. Portis. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Man, it's so good to see how Dellavedova plays to his strengths, guys. I mean, specifically how he finds the open man. Nice.
And that's a foul. It's called entomocephalosha. That is his first foul of the game. 46 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's George. It's blocked.
And really, they're going to have to figure out a different way to attack this defense. They're not getting many good looks at all. Their field goal percentage is scraping the bottom of the barrel. And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. For Brooklyn, they have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. And the first one at the line is good.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Trailblazers trailed by 5. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Portland, they have shot just above 55% of the line, going 5 of 9.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And George drops them both.
Gotta like the confidence. Such an important part of making shots. Nice seeing a big man knock down free throws.
Timeout called, the Nets. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Fans can see what a team is doing on the court, but they can't see behind the scenes. Clark, in your experience, what are some of the hallmarks of a team with great locker room chemistry?
Yeah, you know, it varies from team to team. You know, you got various personalities, but I think the one common theme is really a respect for each other and a willingness to sacrifice for each other. That creates an atmosphere for people to be their best. The teams that have good chemistry, there may be friction, there may be drama, but underneath any of that is a real respect for each other and a commitment to sacrificing for each other.
The shot by Curry, no good.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Collison with it, and Curry picks him up defensively.
And I tell you what, Collison, very tough to contain because he's so fast. An excellent foul shooter as well. You can't give him any cheap ones.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. The Nets making a switch here. Collison hits them both. Brooklyn leading by 3. Here's Curry with the 3. Again, Curry missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich. And Brooklyn has possession. Pass to Zeller. And he drops it in from the low post. Zeller's got his first points of the night.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Gobert over Zeller. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 1-point game. Looking to end his cold spell. And it's good on the layup. Curry's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And Curry certainly is clever and crafty. Trickery is part of his arsenal when he gets inside. I mean, I like seeing him do his thing close to the basket.
Here's Bogdanovich. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they've been a bit unlucky. Some of it is poor shot selection. In a slump, no doubt. But it can be turned around. They just need to find ways to score the ball.
Nets leading by 3. Here's Robertson. In the corner, it's Wiggins. And the Nets miss again.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Count that one. Wright's got his second basket of the night.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Well, that's as easy as it gets, quite honestly. Riding solo and coasting all the way to the rack. No simpler than that.
It's deflected. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Belton attacking. Collins. And finished off by Collins.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And good that time. The Nets with the lead.
You know, these second-round picks that sometimes emerge as outstanding players, Will Barton, a case in point. As a matter of fact, he can give you the handbook for being an outstanding second-round pick because he's really pretty good at just about everything you need to do on the basketball court.
And so here's Portland following the bucket by the Nets. Back to Wright. Pass to Muscala. Here's LeVert. 6 on the shot clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Here's Robertson. And the dunk by Robertson.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Shooting for Brooklyn. Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. And he can't get the first one. And talking about Barton, you look at the body type, the game that he plays, Clark, well built for the modern era of pro basketball.
Yeah, especially since he's added some strength, Kevin. He can guard 1 through 3. You can't push him around as much as you once could. And, of course, this guy does not lack for confidence.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Both teams will make substitutions. Trailblazers trailed by 3. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Now, here's Curry. 10 points for him. Down low. Shot clock at 5. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Cephalosha's shot is good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Bogdanovich. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Gary Harris. That free throw, no good. And Bogdan Bogdanovich, Greg, a highly decorated player internationally. Multiple silver medals with the Serbian national team, a EuroLeague champion back in 2017.
I mean, he's a talented player, very skilled, and at 6'6" can play either guard spot. Great shooter. I think he's one to watch.
There's Portis. And finally they hit one. Portis has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. Back to Curry. Knocks it loose. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barton. Here's Curry with the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Curry's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Man, I have great appreciation for the IQ of Stephen Curry. I mean, once the ball hits his hands, guys, you know he's thinking about letting it go.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. George, that's a 2-pointer. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets ahead. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 9 points. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. And their journey is just getting started. That'll be the 2nd of 7 straight on the road.
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. He just takes great pride in being a complete player.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Timeout called, the Nets. And the Nets making a change here. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Kenny Atkinson had some words for his team during the break. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Kevin?
Trailblazers trail by 8. The kick out to Barton. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Bad turnover, plain and simple. No other way to describe it. I mean, he just threw it out of bounds.
A basket here would push their lead to double digits.
Yeah, looking in control at this point.
Pass to Harris. Lets it go from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Got a hand on it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Off the inbound.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
3 on the clock.
I mean, his field goal percentage isn't good. He's not helping his team out there shooting this poorly.
What's up? Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity. And, you know, where was the defense there, Kevin? I mean, even though he missed it, that was not a good effort. Pitiful.
Here's Barton. 17-foot shot on the way. And again, it's Portland converting.
It's obvious that Barton's jump shot has come a long way. Right now, he's pretty solid at catching and shooting.
Curry, good.
And scoring the ball comes easily and naturally to him. He's a versatile player at the offensive end.
And that's a foul. It's called entopocephalosha. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit. And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
Well, I tell you what, he's putting together quite a game here, knocking down shots and building upon this lead.
Here's Gobert. Zeller grabs the board.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And when you watch Collins play, Greg, you just can't help but notice how athletic he is going to the rim.
Man, his hang time and ability to throw it down make him an ideal finisher inside. Very efficient because he's not only a strong finisher, but also enjoys attacking the rim. And does a great job, I think, of picking up misses, just being a pest for the defense.
So both teams making some changes here. No good on that one. Good on the second free throw. Trailblazers trailed by 12. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Bogdanovich. And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last. Nets leading by 12. Curry with it. To the right side. The wide open look for Plumlee. And a miss there on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Outside Curry. To the middle. Tries again. And Wiggins with the nice bucket inside. And the Nets lead by 14. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Nets.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
To the middle. Here's Collins. And the basket by Curry.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Plumlee. To the paint. Reverses. And the layup good by Curry. Curry's got 20 points.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Greg. I mean, they're in a groove right now, up big, hard to envision them losing this lead.
Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 15-5 run. Fires the three. Good on the triple. 23 points in the game.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Brooklyn.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And it always feels good to get that first win in a season series. Going head-to-head twice this year. This will put them up 1-0 so far against the Trailblazers.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Steph Curry.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And here is Curry after Paul George getting his three to go. And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That's his first foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Well, they've got to be pleased with the effort they've seen so far tonight. Everybody pitching in for what looks to be a solid W.
But they'll get another chance. Stolen by Collins. Stolen by Collison. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.